I picked an obnoxious game, that's for sure.
No, it's not really obnoxious.
It would have been better if it was obnoxious.
Yeah.
If it was something.
Well,
It's time to wake up from the deep. Still.
Yeah, it is time to wake up because we have all fallen asleep.
I'm awake.
Dale fell asleep the hardest.
I sure did. Welcome to Club Flashpoint. This is episode 43.
Nope, it's not.
We gather each month and play a video game and then talk about it. And we also play another video game and talk about
Should
it.
we maybe introduce ourselves first, Dale?
My name's Dale Flashpoint. Hi, folks. My name's Dale Flashpoint. Over there...
My name's Faden Cross. I am an Lecky engineer, and I also have a really interesting mug that has my name on it, and it must be a mug made by me because it has my name on it and a heart around it.
Yeah. Over there...
And I'm Max.
Uncle's here to get wet.
And over there, there's all of them. There's all of them.
Yeah,
All your blorbos are here.
all the blorbos.
Another month of Club Flashpoint, playing a game.
43rd month, as I said.
Yep.
43rd one in a row.
Yeah.
Nope.
Episode 17.
Oh, I think that's it, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does anyone want to talk about what game they've been playing outside of Still Wakes the Deep? The game we played this month. The game we're very enthused to talk about.
I played a game.
You go first,
Yeah.
Uncle.
So I played a game that it's similar to this one because
Is it a dress-up game?
You're mostly, unfortunately, no. You get to dress up your cell phone, and that is it in this game.
Ooh.
You wander around a town, you interact with things. Like the game we played this month together, it's one of those games where you're seeing a story and you're interacting with the story, and that is the game. You are.
Death Stranding.
It's like a book, but you click on things to read the next page.
Oh.
It was pretty cool. It's a game that, Faden, I think you might like it. I'm going to recommend this game to you officially. Norco. I don't know if you've heard of it. Norco.
I don't think Faden's ever heard of
Yeah,
that one.
I'd never heard of it before personally.
Me either. Tell me
Yeah,
about
this
it.
game
Norco
was,
Sicko.
Would you recommend I play it?
Would I recommend you play it? Do you? So here's how I feel about Norco.
Yeah, you're complicated. on it.
Like I said, Norco is an interactive story. It's a story you're experiencing. I would be hard pressed to say this is a game you play.
Okay.
Not true.
I'm sure that's how you feel. This is an entirely linear, except for a couple of tiny options. This is a game where the combat, it does have combat. I think a 3-year-old could do it.
Yeah.
all right.
I think this. So it's there.
Combat is very intentionally easy,
There-
and a way I think is kind of funny sometimes.
I could play this game on a high dose of ketamine and
Yes,
be okay.
probably.
Oh,
There are there are point and click elements to this, but there is hardly a puzzle. I mean, there are technically what you would call puzzles in this game, but again, I think like a 5 or a 6-year-old could handle them. The
Did you
themes,
say fiberistics?
5 or
fiberistic
6-year-olds.
hero.
Oh, I thought you said fiberistics.
Not at
I was
all.
like, what's a fiberistic?
I gotta say, I love the characters. I love the sound design. I love the art. It's got that crunchy, 16-bit, 32-bit style. I don't really know how many bits.
Pixel art,
Pixel
but
art.
very detailed and
Yeah.
shaded.
Great sound design. You really feel like you're
Grungy.
in Louisiana.
Big fan of pixel art.
Like I said, the music's great. The characters are fantastic. Each one is pretty unique and stand out. Even the characters you speak with for 2 or 3 lines of dialogue are interesting and unique.
Hot dog vendor.
The story is full of character. Yeah, there's a hot dog vendor. There's a Santa Claus on the street. There's a strange old man who lives in a ditch who can't stop following you around and telling you you're the descendant of Jesus Christ. It is a wacky...
Religious trauma.
Yeah, it's a wacky, vaguely futuristic, slightly sci-fi
It's cyberpunk.
world. It's cyberpunk.
Just from those characters, it sounds like you could be describing Disco Elysium characters as well.
It
From just how much
feels-
character people have.
Yeah, there's that vague, like, there's definitely supernatural shit going on here.
Super Duck?
And until later in the game, it's not as 100% clear how supernatural the game is.
Nope.
Super Duck is probably my favorite feature of the game. Artistically, character-wise, it's an AI program, and I'm not going to give away any more than that. If you want to play Norco, you should just play it. It's 4 or 5 hours. It's, like I said, it looks cool. It sounds cool. The story was interesting enough. This is a book, not a game. That is how I feel. It is
Cool.
an interactive book that does things books can't do, which
Yep.
does make it transformative
That's
and
true.
interesting and unique. I don't think it was fun, but
really?
but it was interesting.
Did you
I
laugh? I like the humor in that game a
I
lot.
laughed a couple times.
Okay.
It's
Our humor does not match for game-wise,
it does
I'm
not.
noticing.
It is. It's quirky. It's kind of interesting sometimes. Like I said, the characters are great. So like if you can invest in unique, quirky, weird, but extremely distinct characters, you like a vaguely sci-fi cyberpunk future where everything's gone to shit like we know it will. Play Norco.
Oh, it's bad.
Yeah.
It's a dire situation
Yeah.
out there. I really like the stuff about living with disability in this game and how like having to survive with it.
Yeah.
And I think Catherine is the mom's name. Is
Yeah,
that?
Catherine's the mom's name. She's dying of cancer. Duck, her best friend guy, who she knows and you kind of grew up with as like an uncle figure, is dying,
Yeah.
and he's been abandoned. Lots of story to get into, but I want to skip to the next game because Norco's fine.
You just think it's fine?
I
Okay.
think Faden. I think I am most confused as to why this game grips you so much. I think it's interesting. I don't think it's great. I
think
don't
it's
think.
great.
Yeah,
I think it has such economy of like storytelling in a way where it's so ambiguous and like it leads you to think about it in like ways that I think I find interesting, where it doesn't explicitly kind of tell you things. It kind of leaves it just open-ended, especially with the religious aspect stuff and the weird shit that happens there, or like what's going on with Million and how Million relates to your family. The secrets family keep. I kind of like. I like stories about families lying to other family members and it causing detrimental issues in a family because I kind of grew up with that, so it kind of really just hits hard for me.
yeah. I think I just literally could not relate to a moment of this story.
Yeah,
like I don't. My family looks nothing like this family.
This is
in any way.
It's a story
So
about a
I-
dysfunctional family.
Yeah.
That's like really.
Yep.
They really fucked up the dynamics of like the brother, the sister, the main character,
Yeah.
Kay.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
I
Kay, their robot companion,
Million. Yeah.
Million. And the mom, just like they all have such distinct relationships with each other in a way that is just dysfunctional and bad. Especially Kay and her brother.
Yeah. So if you want a story about a family that sucks trying to fight a corporation that's committing environmental genocide.
But also kind of. It's not about fighting them too.
know.
It's just kind of about
It
living
is.
with them.
Yeah.
And just
it's fine.
it's fine.
That's all I have to say about Norco. It's fine. Yeah.
I have so much to say about Norco, and I could go on forever, but we probably shouldn't do that.
What did you play?
Yeah,
this
what
one,
did you
Faden?
play?
What I
Yeah.
play? I played. I got into a 3D platformer called Pseudoregalia. which is you play as this bunny goat lady with thick thighs
Nice.
as you run around this dream world castle.
Nice.
It's
Oh,
very
yeah, I've seen
clear
this
you're in
game.
this dreamscape and you're getting different movement abilities. Like at first you're just able to run and jump, very simple. Then you're able to get the ability to you don't do a double jump ever. You don't do a double jump. You do get the ability to start kicking, which is a lot of fun and complicated. But you get like other things like wall running, the backflip jumps to go higher. It feels very... It has a lot of cool movement techniques where you can break the game in ways if you are stubborn like I am and go, well, clearly I have the means to do this. I just need to keep trying.
Feels like Metroid games where you can do your ball jump infinitely high if you get the timing down right. You shouldn't be using that as a way to traverse, but you can, so you can do that.
For the longest time, I didn't have the wall run, which was so vital to a lot of puzzles. Because there's also extra things to explore, extra unlocks to get, so I kept unlocking extra kicks. And I was like, oh, I just need to keep unlocking kicks until I can kick my way through. And instead of wall running, I was doing kicks with these weird like mid-air backflips in order to regain another kick to kick again. I was doing all this dumb, complicated bullshit when the game's like, you need to get wall running.
Yeah.
I told you can get wall running. When you get the 3 powers of the sun, and you got 3 different sun movement abilities, you can get wall running.
It reminds me of when we played Paradise Killer, and I didn't know you could double jump until there was one collectible left in the entire game for me to collect, and it's the only one that requires you to double jump.
Nice.
Yeah. I managed every other platforming challenge without double jump
crazy.
in that game. It was crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, and Pseudoregalia is, though, open-ended enough that's kind of interesting where you can kind of get into these if you're not reading the dialogue or the signs that are in the game, which you should because it tells you how to play it. It tells you what to do. Tells you where to go. I felt really silly when I got the wall. Like, it's a 2-hour game, about 2 to 3 hours.
Okay, that's not that very big.
I played the first 2 hours of that game for me. I played like 60% of the game. Mm-hmm. The last 40% of the game was done in 45 minutes because I got the wall run. Because I kept doing these stupid, complicated wall kicks.
Nice.
Just bouncing around this castle. Oh, I can't touch the floor, but if I hit this angle at the right way, I can get enough propulsion to then fly a different direction and then do another kick. But I have to time the kick right so I don't lose the kick by the time I'm gliding myself over with the kick.
Or you could wall run.
Or you could wall run and then jump off and then wall run to the next wall instead of doing these weird complicated kick jumps.
That's fine.
You know, it has like a very simple combat system. You get a big sword, you can lock on, very Zelda-y, not really complicated. I love when you heal, you get these magic. Like when you hit enemies, you fill up a little magic bar. The magic bar actually makes you more powerful, so if it's at full, you're dealing more damage to enemies. But when you heal, it uses that magic bar. But my favorite part about healing is the bell noise that she makes when she rings her sword. It just sounds like a nice, like, big church bell, and it makes me happy. I don't know why. It's just a good, satisfying noise.
Good, satisfying bell toll.
Yeah.
Clang, clang.
I need to play more of these 3D platformers, these indie 3D platformers, because I realized how much fun they are. I like platformers. I like to do weird movement abilities, and I like it when they're short and not giant collectathons, like a new Mario game of sorts.
Yeah.
Also great if you like Goat Bunny ladies.
Go Bunny Lady.
You get to dress her
Goat
up. It's a
Bunny
dress-up game.
Ooh.
You get different costumes if you complete different challenges in the game.
We like those.
Some of them are really hot. Some of them are
Nice.
very sexy, very, very tight and showy. It's still PS1 graphics, so it's not like super duper horny, but in the sense of, you know,
Goats have horns.
that's true. Goats do have horns.
She is horny.
She is horny. She has more just ears. I don't know.
Okay.
It's weird. It's a weird design. I like it though. Oh yeah, Pseudoregalia. It's great. I highly recommend anyone try this little thing.
Nice.
It's fun. Don't put off the tower.
Don't.
Trust me. You can go to the tower and you can climb it. Don't put it off like I did and be miserable forever going, I don't know how you get past this. This is ridiculous. I'm supposed to learn all these fancy kicks.
Man, this game would be better with a wall with a wall slide.
I thought that so many times. I'm like, does this game have a wall ride? Because that would make it easy. What about you, Max?
I didn't play a whole lot of games this month. I just kind of played things here and there, but I think the game I played the most was continuing playing Elden Ring Nightreign.
Elden Ring update.
Yeah, So I previously had beaten all the bosses, all the base forms of them, and now they're coming out with Everdark Sovereign bosses.
What does that mean?
So an Everdark Sovereign means when you do your 2 knights and you go against the Night Lord of whatever one you went up against, they start in phase 2. And then they get a phase 3, which is even more wacko, crazy, particle effecty, all over the place.
Battery draining.
Yes, very much battery draining, extra. Lose a lot of frames. So far they've only made 3. They've only released 3 of the Everdark Sovereigns.
Yeah.
There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Looks like there's 8 bosses in the base game for everything. And so far, they have 3 of them that have turned into Everdarks that you can queue up for and fight them instead. And those 3 are Adele, Baron of Night, Fulgor, Champion of Nightglow,
Fulgor, nice.
Noster, Wisdom of Night. And it buffs all these guys, and it starts them all in phase 2, and then phase 3 gets super crazy for all of them.
So are they hard? Are you running into difficulties with this game, or are you kind of just steamrolling through them?
I think I had a harder time with the base versions of the bosses, just because I was learning how to optimize playing the game.
Now you know.
Yeah, because like a lot of the game is like you need to be good at Dark Souls to be able to beat the bosses and know when to dodge and know when to attack and stuff. But the big thing about a lot of it is that it really is pathing, how to properly path and to do your daily stuff and making sure you're getting done with the night and stuff and everything. Getting loot and making sure you're going on the right route for time efficiency is what I was trying to say.
Yep, you gotta min-max that route.
Yeah.
Gotta really. Did you look up like strategy guides, or is this things you learn you?
Honestly, there was like a few times where I was getting like a top 10 tips of Nightreign, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know that was a mechanic. Like, the game does a very bad job of telling you what you can and can't do.
Classic.
And usually a lot of time you figure that out by someone else saying this is how you do this thing. But yeah, most of it is just like playing multiple runs over and over again. 'Cause I think the big thing about
Wait, what were you saying?
yeah, I don't know why my phone started making noise.
Yeah, why did your phone start making like horny sounding noises?
I think I had Instagram Reels open, and so it was,
Right, you're on the horny
Sometimes-
Instagram.
Sometimes.
yeah. Oh, it was an anime thing, so it just
Hornstagram,
horny.
as
But
I
it
like to call it.
Yeah. But no, like one of the bosses that you get to fight as an Everdark version, it's the base version is called the Gaping Maw. It's just a giant mouth dragon.
Yeah, I love the Gaping Maw.
and
That's a Dark Souls boss.
Well, no, that would be the Gaping Dragon,
Oh my god. Right,
Yeah,
I forgot that dragon was gaping.
and that's Dark Souls 1. Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
This
that's
one is
right.
just like if the whole thing was just the mouth that gaped open.
Right.
And not the whole body of everything. And so that was he starts in a mode where he's super electricity and he runs around and does electrical stuff. And then when he goes to phase 3 as the Everdark version of him, he actually just zips around like super incredibly fast,
It's just fast now.
you know how Meta Man or Meta Knight
Meta
does
Man.
his spin move.
Yes.
He kind of does that a little bit, and then he does a giant electrical tornado, and you have to run away and then get on a jump pad and then jump into the eye of the storm
Wait,
of the
there's
tornado.
a jump pad?
Just for that one boss, yeah. It's pretty gimmicky, but
So
it looked cool,
Yeah, watching you play Elden Ring on your Steam Deck.
which runs really well. I recommend playing on the
It
Steam Deck if
runs
you have
really
it.
well, except for the fact that I just look at it and go, "Oh my god, this is too fast. My brain
Yeah,
is breaking."
it's a better experience on a PC.
I bet
'cause
it is.
with a bigger
Zoom.
screen, but
I don't
once-
think it's bad on Steam Deck. The more it's just the game just looks rough for me.
I think point to that is I didn't play any Nightreign on my PC this month. It was exclusively on my Steam Deck
Ooh,
at
just
work
chilling on the
on,
on
on lunches because
oh,
it,
yeah.
it kind of fits perfectly in a 1 hour lunch that you can do like one run.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, it's still really enjoyable. I'm excited for the next Everdark champions to come out of the next 3 bosses. And then I think we're getting DLC later this year at some point, which will add new characters and maybe a new map. I think if a new map came out, it'd breathe a whole lot more life into the game. But
do the lava manor.
yeah, I
area.
think because what they do, they have like changing zones you can do where it's like, oh, now this area for this one run is lava, and this area over here is the Rotten Vale, and this is a
Right.
giant city over here.
Okay, so they have
This is
these.
a giant snow mountain over here. So like
Okay.
they have like shifting events like that. Not nearly as often as I'd like. I'd like there to always be at least one, but
Different rotation.
almost all of my runs this month, there hasn't been a single one except for this morning when I played and got the volcano area to spawn.
That's so weird.
But yeah, I like it. I'm excited. I'll keep coming back to fight the new bosses as they come out. But I'm excited for the DLC when it comes out eventually.
This has been our Elden Ring
Nightreign.
quarter.
Yeah.
I almost thought about doing another Star Wars Galaxy update, so I get it.
Yeah,
I had to stop myself. Dale.
I have been not really playing games this month. July was busy. I did a lot.
July's busy.
July's busy.
Yeah.
So what I've been doing is getting out my phone and getting some quick dopamine hits with a gotcha game.
Air horn sirens.
We like to lead
Meow,
off.
meow, meow.
We like to lead off all talk of gotcha games with I don't recommend playing this. Don't get this game. It
My
has
brain
very
bad.
many dark pathways. It wants your money. And sometimes it will even stop what you're doing, and it will like have a where you gotta like click the pathways to be able to get control back to the game.
Yeah.
It will click pathway you to like buy
my
this
God.
pass. And it will force you into this kind of spend money type behavior. So I
Love
don't
it.
recommend this game.
Why are you
That
playing
being
it?
said, I'm playing it because there are cute anime women in it, and I like looking at them. It's got a lot of things in it. This game is called Isekai Slow Life. and I think it's developed by a company called Momoka.
You think?
But it might also be developed by a company called Mars Games Android Developer.
That might be a publisher.
Could be a publisher. Good point. Not much is known about anything involved with the development or publishment of this game that I was able to find, because it's just kind of looking like a Chinese shovelware type app.
Hey,
Sometimes you download those. I personally have not fallen for any of the dark pathways. Quite proud of myself.
Nice.
No money has been spent. But here are some of the things you can do in Isekai Slow Life. I'm not even going to talk about the story because it doesn't fucking matter. It's just, it doesn't. You can tap on the farm to generate some coins. Farmville. You can fishing minigame.
All right.
You can develop recipes and expand a restaurant at your inn.
Oh.
You can...
I love developing recipes and developing my restaurant.
Very, very quaint. You can combine ingredients in the apothecary to make new potions.
What do the potions do? Because, like, the gameplay loop seems to be about dating.
That's...
Love potions.
There's a lot going on in this game.
Oh, that's true. It's not just, you're right. It could be potions to grow crops.
There's the healing potion, the hair growth potion, the poison antidote.
Hold on. Do people have hair growth lengths?
Uh-huh. There's the cooling potion, the anti-burn potion, the skincare gel, the monster repellent.
Can you apply the skincare gel on your Blorbos?
You can.
Perfect.
Dish detergent, sleeping pills,
Sleeping pills.
deodorant. Those are all the potions. I think I got through that part of
Okay.
the game. There's no more with the potion minigame. It was a fun one, which I was kind of bummed about, and it's gone now. You can date women, and there's a guy, I think.
One guy.
With those women and guy, you can go on dates and find children that are now adopted into your care, and you can train them in the school.
Oh. Wait.
Don't worry about it.
You're training children to be workers?
Yeah.
Please tell me no. Can you date the children?
No, but
After-
you can't.
okay, good.
Once they graduate school, you can have other players' children marry your children.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. Hold on.
Yeah.
Say that again. I want to be sure I heard that right. You can have other players what?
So you adopt the child at very young.
Right.
You raise
How-
it through school from
Right.
like kindergarten to middle school to high school.
And do they like age progress? Do you see
they
them
age progressively.
Okay.
You see the character little thingy get bigger and the person gets older or whatever. And then once they graduate, they're either a hard worker, which is rare. It's very rare. They're either a hard worker and they'll stick around, or you marry them off to other players.
Why do you marry them off to other players?
So they can have a union and raise the overall production level value of your village.
Holy
You
hell.
get a dowry for
Dowries,
handing off?
baby!
This is dark.
What else is there? There's Pokemon in here. You can catch Pokemon and battle them.
Because one form of child slavery wasn't enough. Now animal slavery is here.
And then there is a story. It's not great.
What's the story? I gotta know.
You were isekai'd into this world,
Of
and
course
you
you were.
wake up as a sentient mushroom.
I'm sorry.
A mushroom.
So you're going on dates as a mushroom.
Hold on. Let me show
Okay.
you. Let me show
Are you a hot mushroom?
Are
Well,
you
hold on.
humanoid mushroom or just
Right.
There's-
like
Here is the mushroom you start out as. Oh wait, it's not gonna
Wait,
show
you
me?
get to be different mushrooms?
Oh, it's not going to show me the whole... okay, so there's the little... You start out as like a regular looking mushroom, and then you advance to a class
Person.
C mushroom.
You just
become
turn
a
into a person.
And eventually you do just turn into a
Okay.
human.
yeah, it's like those one books, the Animorph books, where you start as one thing and then you turn into human. Or
Except
opposite,
Right.
You start
as a
the-
mushroom
the
and you turn
transform
into a
thing, you turn into a
human.
human. Yeah.
Then you turn into a fully fuckable human.
Fungamorph.
Fungamorph.
I
Fungamorphs.
think I've talked about everything I need to.
Who's your favorite girl or guy or character? Who's your favorite?
or
Who's your
mushroom.
faves? Or mushrooms.
So
right.
far...
Are mushrooms agendered? Or are they gendered
seems
mushrooms?
seems like there's male and female mushrooms.
Of course. Dude, I bet
So
it's-
far, I really like Quenchy.
Well, I'm sorry. Quenchy?
Quenchy's the forge lady. She's got some spunk and breasts.
Yeah, describe her. Describe her look for the audience, Dale.
She has bright amber eyes and braided red hair.
course
She's
she does.
wearing a bra, and some shorts and suspenders. And she's got a little bandage on her knee, and she's holding like a welding torch type thing. And her
So she's
gloved
wearing the
hands
appropriate clothing for
She's
welding.
got PPE. She's got
got all
PPE
PPE
on,
she
yeah.
needs.
Right, and her belly out.
Yeah.
Well, it's hot by the forge.
Right, of course. Who
And
wears
then-
aprons?
Wait, there's Grace, the butler. He's just, imagine
Butler
like a
guy.
butler. You got him. There he is.
A butler in a boys love comic.
Yes. Yep. Does he have yaoi hands? Oh, they're pretty big. Those hands are pretty big.
They're pretty big
It's
hands.
It's important to describe this art as we're not sure if it's AI
suspicious.
or not. It's like I've scrutinized as best as I can. All
We
the
both-
digits are there. All the
Yeah.
fingers are there.
And it seems like there is some art style there. So and it was made a couple years ago, not this year.
Yeah, not during like the AI boom, but like all the movement is just a little bit uncanny. Like that maybe they drew something and then fed it to an AI to animate.
Yeah.
kind
But
of.
also, it's very. I mean, people just make these generic anime women.
Right. This could just also be generic anime women shovelware.
Yeah.
So I don't recommend the game unless you just want to.
No, don't recommend
play
the
this
game.
Don't play this game.
Don't recommend this game. There's no exceptions.
Don't give them money.
You can just Google anime girls.
You
Yes.
can't. Dale, you can just Google anime girls. What's up
Yeah.
with this?
Numbers go up here, though.
Okay,
numbers
that's
are
right.
going
That's
up.
true.
I like that.
Numbers go up is way more
I
enjoyable.
bet there's a good game that you can buy that as numbers go up. And
That,
there's
that
anime
I'm
girls
sure of
that
who
for
made.
your phone. Yeah,
And that a real person confirmed has drawn.
that's your goal for next month. Find a
Okay, I'll
find a
find-
handcrafted
Find
anime.
better smut.
Yeah, find better smut.
Okay.
Find actual smut. Actually,
All right, we'll see what I can come up with.
should we talk about the exciting game we
we
played this
have
month?
Should we pitch it?
Yeah, we should pitch Still Wakes the
That's the pitch.
Deep.
Do we
Who's the
have
most
to?
excited?
Me.
Oh, Uncle wants to.
I haven't done one in a
Uncle
while.
wants to do a pitch for Still Wakes the Deep.
Yeah.
Here at Club Flashpoint, before we talk about the game, we like to kind of pitch it as if this is a appealing game. You should fun, develop, check out, try, whatever. And you got 30 seconds on the clock, Uncle, to pitch Still Wakes the Deep. On your mark, get set, pitch.
Okay, so sir, you know the Unreal Engine and how there's these lighting particles and there's some physics and it looks okay sometimes. So what if we had a game set on an oil rig and the feature of the game, the primary gameplay is we look at the lighting and there's some physics. We can open doors. Imagine that, opening doors. You could walk through spaces. Sometimes you can look backwards, and sometimes you can tilt around corners to look at a monster that's sometimes there. It's really scary. Can you imagine that?
Nice. That's a perfect 30-second pitch.
Yeah.
It was sometimes.
You can open doors.
You
You
can
can
open doors.
walk. You can look at the
Pry
pretty
locks
lights.
open.
Yeah. Sometimes you turn things on. Sometimes you turn things off. There are
Sometimes
monsters.
you do one puzzle.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's one.
There's a puzzle.
Sometimes
Technically a puzzle.
Yeah.
Technically,
Technically,
Maybe
puzzle.
It's a
nearly an
series of
obstacle.
actions you can do in the wrong order, which makes it a puzzle.
It feels
All
puzzle.
right, so
Yeah.
court's in order. Banging the gavel, everyone settled the fuck down. We are gathered here today to ask this one question. Dale, why the fuck did you make us play this game?
In Dale's defense, it looked cool.
It did.
No,
We
that's true.
all thought we were in
yeah.
for a good
We
time.
all thought
We
this.
all
Yeah, we
agreed.
all agreed to this. We all said, yeah, that looks fun.
And one thing I want to point out, and I think a Club Flashpoint first, what we did for this game, since
Yeah.
it's a very short experience, is we all piled
short
on
enough.
a couch and played it on a PS5 and passed the controller back and forth every time
And
we hit a
one of
loading
us passed
screen.
out.
Screener
Yeah.
cutscene,
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think
Oh, I
that
fell asleep like halfway through.
I think
Yeah.
the methodology, as we talked about last night, really pointed out the flaws of this game.
well, at
The
least it's
pacing
really
flaws specifically.
structured rigidly.
Yes.
Very rigid, very paced,
Yep.
very linear.
It's very
incredibly.
paced. I
Which
don't know
is
if it's
not a
paced
problem
poorly
for a
or
narrative game. The narrative just sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. I've been thinking about the pacing of this game. I don't know if it's paced poorly. It's
It
just
is.
paced rigidly.
Yeah,
It
very
is like
rigid.
it does not want to break its pacing, and it does not
Yeah.
play with pacing in a way a horror game should.
A lot
Yeah.
of choices made in this game that feel like they were made for no reason.
Yeah.
Like it's set in the 70s because
Because it is.
because
Yeah.
they don't do anything interesting with the technology. They don't do anything interesting
No.
with the. There's like you can kind of tell. You can tell this was a building built in the 70s.
Yeah.
That's it. Like that's otherwise why put it in the 70s?
Well-
Because
To show that they don't give a fuck about safety
no
regulations.
cell phones. That's why. I don't know.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
no
Yeah,
cell phones
I-
to call.
I don't
Yeah.
know. No cell phones. How about that?
But also, you're on the phone a lot in this game.
Yeah,
you're on the phone a lot in this game.
Yeah.
Even if there was cell phones, no cell towers out
yeah,
there.
right. So
So
it doesn't
Yeah,
matter
wouldn't
anyway.
have mattered anyway.
Yeah.
To answer the initial question, I picked this game
Yeah,
because
sorry.
I found it on a list of unheard of games from the year it came out last year. I think.
Was it just unheard of? Parentheses, quality don't matter.
Underappreciated games.
Well,
is probably a list this was on.
Underappreciated games,
Yeah.
right? To be fair, that list also contained the game Indica,
Yeah,
which we
this is
talked
why
about
I
on
was
this
down with it,
podcast,
because-
and Indica was a banger experience.
Yeah, Indica just sounds sick.
Very good game. So I thought, hey, a Scottish horror experience.
We like
based on an
Scotland.
oil rig. Cool. This guy's losing his mind on an oil rig, is what I thought.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what the trailers make it look
It
out
kinda
to
is
be.
that,
a
too.
little
It's definitely
bit.
how this game was advertised as a man alone on an oil rig losing his
Yeah.
mind. Cosmic horror elements vaguely
so,
into
like,
that.
The
This
most
week-
unalone.
Yeah.
This week alone, I started going, wait, what if it was unheard of because it sucks? What if it's just a generic Cthulhu story? We lucked out. It was
wasn't
not a
Cthulhu?
generic Cthulhu story.
Yeah.
Yeah, should
Yeah.
we give the high level story beat and then we can just kind of talk?
This will
Yeah.
be brief.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let me hit this.
Yeah, I think you got to fade.
You play as a guy named Kaz.
Yep.
You're on an oil rig.
McClary.
McClary. A lot of weird shit happened. Like, oh, we're drilling into something, and one guy
The drill's too soft. It's not going to break.
and
the
Moore's
guy-
like, this seems dangerous. I don't think we should drill. And then the manager's like, drill, baby, drill.
Schedule,
and then you
schedule.
die.
Money
Yeah,
to be made.
And so it releases this Eldritch horror that is,
It's not an Eldritch horror.
it is Eldritch horror.
Do we know that, though?
Yeah.
It's like
Eldritch
kinda
just means
gross.
weird and scary.
It's-
Eldritch
Okay,
means weird,
yeah.
scary, oily, and tentacly. That's
All right.
Eldritch horror.
Yep.
That's
It's-
it's the deep.
You
And
pass
it's
out,
deep and it's in
comes out.
water.
You pass out, you wake up, and now the oil rig's infected with
Yep.
with an infection.
And you go through a whole bunch of serious trials and tribulations of trying to save yourself until you realize, no, if we save ourselves, it'll just come back with us. I gotta blow it up, and then the main character blows it up. Boom.
Also,
Yeah.
you're a bad husband.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's the
No, not even
underlying
bad.
You're a
theme
bad
of
dad
your
and
wife
husband.
wants
And person.
divorce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, right, because you beat up someone really bad to the point of death or almost death.
yeah.
Hospitalization.
The police are
severity.
looking for you.
The
Police.
police, and you left to spend 6 months on an oil rig instead of going to face the music.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the
That's
wife's
bad.
like, damn, you really suck. I fucking hate this.
Yeah.
Don't worry, though. At the end of the game, the wife seems to have like some sort of cosmic understanding that the husband did something good to redeem himself, and she starts writing a letter. Actually, let's maybe try to work things out. Which, unhinged.
Very weird.
Very weird.
That's the plot.
That is the plot.
There's a DLC too.
There's a DLC, but I think we should get to that last.
Okay.
I think we should
Yeah.
talk about this game because I
Sure.
will say, previewing the DLC talk, it's just a much better game.
Yeah.
It's just actually kind of fun. I
Yeah.
kind of liked it.
Yeah. But Still Wakes the Deep base game, not inspiring. Not
Not a single time I was scared.
No.
I'm a big
no
baby.
tension.
And I'm
Multiple
pretty-
times the monster gets really close, and then you kind of just want it to get you. You're like, okay, show me.
Yeah.
Show me you're scary.
And then it does.
Why can't you reach through this doorway that you could very obviously reach through?
Or you can't go through this little vent, even though
Yeah.
you stick your head in the vent.
Yeah. There were multiple times when the monster, like,
Should have gotten
basically looks at you right in the face in a doorway, could very easily get you 100 ways to Sunday, and then just decides, nah, and turns around and leaves. And all tension gone.
it makes all this scary
Yeah.
noise, and then it's lumbering and making these weird undulations,
Or,
and then it
or
peeks around
saying
the corner
like,
and goes,
nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
you're-
also saying weird words.
Yeah.
Your
Where
interac-
are you, you coward? Says the monster.
Yeah, the interactions with the monster are you go into the area where the monster's at, you pick up a thermos, you throw it to the other side of the room so you can then move to the next hiding spot. And then once he comes back to where you're at, you take another thermos that's also in that vent and throw it the other side of the room.
Always
so
another
you can
thermos
go
to
to the
throw.
next spot
Yeah.
so that when he comes back to you, you can grab the next thermos and
there's
throw
always-
it across the room.
Or hey,
Or you
sometimes
hit-
a wrench.
Sometimes
Oh,
invisible
Or a
walls
hammer.
are just
Yeah,
there,
yeah,
and then
yep.
you throw it, and it bounces off of nothing, and he comes right where you're at.
Or you bounce it off a thing that, like, oh, right, of course it would bounce off the light as I'm throwing. I do
Yeah.
like the throw function in this game because it
it's
feels bad. Yes. But I kind of like that because it does feel kind of nice where you're like, fuck, I fucked up that throw, and the monster's actually closer. If the monster tension was better, I think it would work even more. But it's
The game did a horrible job at building up stress. There's not a single point I was stressed, except for, like we said, like a little bit when there was like water segments where you're holding your breath, but that's
Yeah,
strictly
no
just
monster.
because water holding your breath.
yeah.
Yep.
That's it.
And
that's the
That's
stress.
scary. Drowning, scary.
Yeah.
Hinting at what makes the DLC better, this is also a walking simulator with no collectible objects,
None.
no unique
base
items to
game.
look at.
Yeah.
Yeah, the base game. Nothing to look at. With a game with a bunch of extra spaces that you can
It's
go
an oil
explore
derrick. Yeah.
full of nothing.
Right,
You can
and-
you can just turn a corner and be like, oh, that's the way I'm not supposed to go, so there must be something interesting around here, right? Game logic. No. It's just a corridor of nothing.
And
that is this game.
part of the reason why for this game is you go back to places you've already
Sometimes,
been.
yeah.
And the water has shifted the environment or the monsters have destroyed part of it, knocked down some things, and so, oh, this is where the ladder's letting me do this now. But it's not, the game's not interesting enough to make accidentally going down those routes cool. So
And they could have
Right.
put things there to make
Yeah,
it cool and
very
interesting.
easily.
Like,
Like,
either collectibles or like another disfigured person that got destroyed by the goop.
An interesting 70s themed poster on the wall.
Yeah.
There are a couple of those in the
The
living
very
quarters,
beginning,
but
yeah.
they're replicated in every single room. They're not
the
unique,
same
they're not
posters,
interesting. They
yeah.
say things like groovy, far out.
yeah.
Whoa.
And especially
Yeah.
they try to go for
It's
hyper.
the 70s.
Yeah. Yeah.
The sexy Santa lady calendar.
That everyone gets handed out to in the room.
Yeah, everyone has the sexy Santa lady calendar, which is really
Here's
funny.
your company issued pinup calendar.
Yeah. Because this is a psychological thriller, so it has to be set at Christmas or Halloween, and it's
Right.
Christmas.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, so
true. Yeah.
If the environments go for hyper realism, so it does the thing that all Unreal Engine games do. Oh my god!
Yeah,
All
Unreal
Unreal
Engine
Engine
5.
5 games do, which is yellow paint to indicate where to go because you wouldn't
Because
fucking
otherwise
know.
everything's
Yeah.
just kind of muddled together.
And in the base game, there is an option to turn off the yellow indicators.
We thought
Don't
about
do it. It's impossible.
Yeah.
It would make the game utterly insufferable instead of just mostly
it would
insufferable.
increase the length of the game for no good reason.
no good reason.
the reason being you're lost.
Yeah.
Usually, I'm the first person to say like, "Oh, yep, there's the white paint, there's the yellow paint, there's the Far Cry paint."
This one's
But,
really
like-
bad though.
And but you know what? You don't
It has
need
to
it
be.
if you have good level design and
Right.
you
Yes.
can
This one
direct
does not
people
have
with
good
lights
level.
or directional
And
or
you know
like
what, game-
understanding signs of where to go next.
you know what game engine's really bad at that? Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah.
It's just inherently bad at being parsable as game levels because it goes for the hyper-realism.
The one thing it was good for was the very beginning when you're like, wow, this looks cool.
Yeah.
I said multiple times, this is beautiful. And there are multiple screens that are, I think, beautiful. And I think looking at the design of the warped corpses you find on the ground.
I do like them.
That was the most interesting part of this game for me, was
I like
walking past warped corpses. How sad is that? That's the best part of the game.
I like the oil tendrils.
I didn't. I thought they were kind of basic.
They were, but
Yeah.
I kind of like them in the representation of, we're drilling the oil. Oil's going to be the thing that kills us all. It's it's basic, but I got to take something. I got to take something
Sure.
I thought it was interesting they glowed so much. They produced a lot of light for some reason.
Shimmery, oily color.
Shimmery,
Yeah.
oily color is kind of cool.
Whoa.
Yeah, I think the only good takeaway I got of this was like looking at all the different John Carpenter things that were
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Very
And
much that.
That was like there was like 3 main bosses.
Yep.
The game feels like it was rushed because you saw them once and then you saw them again. And the second time you saw them, you also killed them just by running.
Running.
And then
Right.
they weren't running fast enough or something.
Yeah, it
usually.
got set on fire. It drowned.
Yeah.
The one that drowns is really bad. It's just like,
Yeah.
Yeah, Reddick
it's
especially.
vaguely chasing me and it didn't follow me through, so it must be dead.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, and also
The
it's,
end.
it's the confrontation with the manager. It's the manager monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there should have more dialogue with that thing, maybe.
Yeah.
Honestly, like anything more with the beast besides just like making them scary. Like they're scary because they look weird.
Yeah.
There's like not really like they say some things.
Why doesn't it say
but
anything
not
personal?
enough.
I
Yeah,
do
why,
like.
why isn't it like
This game doesn't say.
we need to get you home to your wife? Like something like that.
Yeah.
Like it's
I think there are no themes in this game.
No.
The thing you go to horror for is a strong metaphor
Yeah.
and a strong, like, this is a parallel for this real thing in real life. And that's not really here.
I think it is. I think it is a
There
climate
are-
change theme. It's just so basic.
But it's not
so raw.
strong.
No, it
It's
isn't.
not
It's just
strong
because
at all.
oil.
It's more of a motif than a theme. It's a
Motif,
feature of
yeah.
the
Well,
story
because there's-
that doesn't resonate at all.
Well, because there's also stuff about the manager and the safety issues,
But
and
not in enough capacity.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They like
surface
feed
Yeah,
you
the
level.
from-
story is you have a manager who drills too deep. He sucks.
He doesn't
He
care
turns
about the
into a
safety
monster
rules.
because he is a monster,
and he also
then-
sucks.
Yeah, and
as
it
a
also
monster.
sucks. And you're
But not
you're,
enough as a
you're a
monster.
man who needs to make a sacrifice for the betterment of others. Is the story of your character, and then you end the story by sacrificing yourself for
the
others.
betterment of
Wow.
others. Yeah.
Whoa.
And like the thing is, I wish there was like actually now that I think about it, dialogue with the monsters. There was like a way the
Because
monsters.
they once were your crew.
Well, and
yeah.
it's clear.
Pure old tricks, McCleary. Whenever you throw a thermos.
Yeah,
and, like,
right.
They do
Is that
have-
something that McCleary does
Yeah,
previously?
he just throws stuff. He's a guy, he's known for throwing things.
He's just known for throwing. It's
Yeah.
so weird because it's almost close to where they could do something with it, but they just kind of leave it.
Yeah.
They should have had some writer come in and write something. I think
Yeah.
like maybe you have all the monsters like try to appeal to you, be like, no, you're actually a good guy, dude. Like you should blow us all up. You should let us get out
Or
because like you want to
join us into
survive.
this consciousness because this is the thing that the DLC is going to be about.
It almost feels like it was like this whole base game was somebody doing like their masters on level design and then they just forgot to put a game in it. It's like there's like, oh, look at this oil rig I made. We should put a game in here. What's the game?
And we should talk about-
walking through the oil rig.
Yeah.
Like that's
Look at my level.
Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah.
a better game than this, honestly.
It would.
It's not even low. It would be an environmental artist's like final project.
Yeah.
But they had no one else on their team.
Just beginner's
Yes.
guide.
And he's
it.
like,
You can
well,
walk
I'm just
through and
gonna-
I'll narrate what I like about this level.
Yeah.
Yep. See interesting things, maybe see dialogue. Like you could just so many, and like they clearly wanted to tell an older story. They wanted it. They based it off this.
They wanted
poem
this
that
to
was
be
fun.
a new
Oh,
H.P.
that's
Lovecraft.
kind of important.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a poem that, from
Oh,
real
yeah.
life
Let's look it
that
up.
this game is like inspired by.
Yes.
Directly.
and
They name drop it.
They
It
do.
Still wakes the deep.
It pulled me out of my slumber for me to point at the screen.
it
still
really did.
wakes the deep.
Roll credits.
Pulling it up. This is from 12 Coastal Poems by Craig Henry Campbell, The Trawlermen. From o'er the Fulmer huddled close together in flock against the winter brine, black shine the stone of echoed sounds, home to yellow lights of trawlers stayed and bound. By heavy midnight calm upon the shoals a cold north singing, old Bira's grip upon the tiller, down below the faded boards and hand-smoothed tokens, speak a Scrabble's lost and won. The morning watcher turns her gaze to see where turns spill the clouds and her charges slumber on beneath the blanket spun of shingled home. We do not miss you, precious weens, though as we sleep waves break the bow, though storms gather beneath the brow of winter and woolen gathers now the clouds, and still wakes the deep, and still on we plow.
What name is dropped in there?
Ween.
Bira?
B-E.
Old Bira. B-E-I-R-A is the name of the rig.
Oil rig.
The Bira is the name of the oil rig.
Wait, the story is good.
I actually, you know what? Hearing that poem again, I actually like that poem.
Yeah,
Poem's cool.
The poem's cool.
Well, you did a good job reciting it. I think that helped a lot too.
Yeah, well, having a poet recite it.
It was also, by the way, a poem written for the game. It's not a real poem.
Never mind. Bad story.
I was wrong.
I just looked it up. Not a real poem. They wrote it as if it was a real poem
It's a
from
good
the
poem.
1800s.
They fooled all of us.
Yes.
It's a good poem.
It worked
I
enough
like
to
it.
fool me.
People can sometimes bad writers can write a good thing.
Sure.
I actually kind of, creepy little poem. Fairies.
Creepy little poem.
Yeah. Fairies. That's the DLC.
Yeah.
The fairy.
Can we talk about the DLC
Yeah,
now?
we should talk about the DLC
Yeah.
now. I mean, like,
There's not a lot to talk about the base
Oh,
game.
I like what's her name? Finley. What's her name?
Oh yeah,
Finley.
The only female
the
on
other
the rig.
engineer.
Right. Yeah, the other engineer of sorts. I don't. People's jobs are so vague. I don't
Very,
fucking
very nebulous.
I did like that they used the word lecky.
Yeah.
Instead of
love
electricity.
This game's
yeah.
very Scottish.
Well, we did play it in Scottish
We did.
Yeah,
instead of just normal
English UK.
English UK.
Yeah, we did.
Which again makes me think: did they spend a lot of time just writing two scripts, one English and one
Localization for everything.
Yep, and that maybe
There's a version entirely in Gaelic too, isn't there?
Yes,
Yeah.
there
Yeah,
is
you get an
Scottish
achievement
Gaelic.
for playing
So
it in
that's
Gaelic.
why I'm like,
Heard.
is that where the writing went?
Where the budget went.
Could fucking be.
Or the budget? Well, the budget also went to an actor to play this role too. That's
McLeary.
decently-
To
Yeah.
say,
Oh, yeah.
Jesus fucking
Jesus.
shit!
Jesus,
Fuck shit! Fuck!
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
Jesus on a cross.
Every time you fall, yeah, Christ on a cross.
Yeah, that's
Well,
what
that
it
was
was.
DLC.
That was the DLC, right?
Yeah.
No, I do. Okay, I do like him saying, "Oh fuck," and then hitting the water, and it just cuts out.
That was the DLC.
No, he did a.
Did that happen when I was asleep?
that happened when
It
you were
happened
asleep,
once when you were
buddy.
asleep.
Maybe once, yeah.
But it did a comeback in the DLC.
So
Which
DLC
is called Siren's Call.
10 years
Yes.
later,
11.
11
Or
years
10,
later, you've
whatever.
come back as the daughter of one of the crewmen.
Brody, the crane
and
operator.
You're a diver, and you got to go find all the bodies, and you're so surprised every time you find one.
Oh, dead body! Oh no! Oh god!
How'd this get there?
Yeah.
She's just a better character though than
Sure.
McLeary.
She
Yes.
says things.
She says things. She has
Yep.
actual.
She has
thoughts.
thoughts. Yeah.
She isn't just like this inscrutable guy. We gotta kind of figure out his messed up past.
And you're swimming this time.
Yes.
You're swimming in the underground
From a
wreckage.
diving bell with a
diving bells are cool.
umbilical.
an umbilical attachment, and so
So you can wrap around things and make it
Yes.
seem really silly. It's
Very
like
fun,
this
very
would really
fun.
screw someone if you tried to run away in a quick escape. If
Yeah.
you had to do a circle real quick because you twined this all up.
Oh yeah. We had a lot of fun weaving in and out of ladders and up
Yeah.
and around and down rigging.
the constant fear of drowning is a tension point that's added. That
Yep.
so you're actually experiencing tension in this horror game,
Yep.
unlike the base game.
Well, and it's tassophobia, right? It's the fear of deep water really
Yeah.
plays in the DLC.
Thalaphobia, yeah.
Oh, it's the thalaphobia. Yeah.
Uh,
And it's just you can get these wide open, dark expanses of ocean that you're just overlooking, and it's kind of creepy.
It is. It reminds you how good of a game Soma is.
Well,
Uh,
good is it's all right.
I like Soma.
I like
Soma's
I like
fantastic.
Soma.
Yeah. And this game kind of like captures some of that.
This
fun-
game is the
funness.
most Soma aspect.
this game's the DLC
The
is
DLC
also
to this
more
game, yeah.
the DLC is also more open ended. Like in terms of movement, there's more freedom of movement. It's still pretty fucking linear, but it's slightly less linear.
And guess
get
what?
re-
There are collectibles. Oh,
Yeah.
whoa.
Oh, the spaces you can explore that you don't have to explore. There's stuff in them this time.
Well,
Yeah.
not even that. It's like it ties it with the story. It's not just here's a collectible you just pick up, and then like a little menu opens up that has like a little description, kind of like most games do collectibles these
It's not a
days.
codex. It's
Right.
Oh, I
It's-
found a thing. Let me talk about it.
I found a thing. This relates to someone we're trying to find out about.
This belonged to this person who was on the
Right.
crew, and yeah.
Adds
What-
more character information.
Yeah,
too.
one thing that was really weird though, because I don't know if anyone picked up on it. There was a moment where you picked up a photo,
Yes.
and later somewhere else you pick up the same photo, and you're like,
Yeah, what goes up with that?
This is back in the well. I'll go confirm when I get back. There.
need
you
to-
don't confirm,
You
and
don't
it's never
confirm,
talked about
and
again.
it's really strange because it seems like, wait, what's going on here?
It's just
Something
like-
weird.
Because it's not going to be the case that's like, oh, there's just multiples of this photo. It's like, why?
But
why
also
is
maybe there is because of the calendar.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
This is like Reedy is like, or Rennick is like, here's this photo of this farmhouse for you all. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, weird thing to talk about when it's not brought up again and has no impact.
Right. It
whatsoever.
seemed important because
Yeah.
the character goes, wait, what the fuck? Why
Like,
is there another photo? here?
Maybe
Yeah.
it just sets up for like,
How could this
whoa,
be? Yeah.
Your reality is not what it seems.
Right, or something weird. But that
Yeah.
doesn't follow up with that. Something we learned via trophy achievement because
Yeah,
Max-
you learn lore
yeah.
in the achievements. Because as we were wearing achievements, I was opening up like, okay, what was that for? What would he actually do?
Oh, you found his spoon. That one blew my mind. It's
That
like,
one was
you
funny.
found the spoon. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? What spoon?
His
the iconic spoon.
Yeah.
You mean? What do you mean?
he's a
Face
chef,
shame.
so Roy has a spoon. I don't know.
We like swam through a corridor and that trophy showed up and
Yeah.
said you found the secret spoon or something.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah, it was Roy. I
What?
looked at the achievement it was in the base game. It's finding Roy's spoon. I'm like, is this implying he's on heroin?
was the spoon
Yeah.
important? Was
is it because is it just because he's a chef and
was
he
the
has his
spoon
own spoon?
even established
the
before we
insulin was
rediscovered
actually
this?
high grade smack.
And maybe it was, and we just didn't notice. But no, come on,
Yeah.
come on, game. But yeah, no, Max, you got the achievement by letting yourself get ate by the monster.
Yeah, at one point you get chased by the monster. I'm like, well, is it Rennick? Because I want to see if, because like you see him drown.
Right.
Maybe they can't drown. Maybe he was stuck in the oil rig as it fell or whatever.
Not Rennick.
Not Rennick. It's just more. And it's more.
Kaz.
Just
We're
the
pretty
main
sure it's
character.
Kaz.
probably Kaz,
Well, his voice
maybe.
popped up here and there, so I think it's Kaz.
But additionally, Sue's voice popped up, and other voices popped up.
And what we learned when
in the
you
base
die,
game, and you learned when I died from
Yeah.
the thing, join the consciousness.
yeah,
The hive mind.
The hive mind. So it's a hive
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah.
And everybody that has died is a part of it.
Right.
And
which is confirmed again in the,
and
in
at the
end
ending
cutscene.
when
Final
you
cutscene, yeah.
you have a choice between you pass out in the water because you ran out of oxygen, and
Dad's there.
you wake up and now you're in a field of fairies that you have been kind of flashbacking forward
Yeah.
to a couple times. You're like,
Yeah.
why do I keep coming here? And then you go down this trail, you find your dad, it's Brody, and he's like, come on, we're gonna go diving. Let's go. It's fun.
Yep.
Don't worry, the fairies won't get us.
You're talking to him. He's just completely ignoring you.
Yeah.
As the other rig workers are appearing in the field,
Yeah.
kind of creepy, and then
And
the rig appears
in the ocean behind you.
Yeah.
I
And
do
he-
like that. It's
he-
good. That's
It
the
is
Elder
good.
Torch stuff. That's
Yeah.
I think it's look, maybe this is a relative bias where I'm going the
From
game.
so bad to so
Yeah.
okay that
Yeah.
the okay looks
well, they
it
did
feels
something.
really good.
Yeah,
They're
right.
doing something.
A choice was made here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Interesting visuals.
Yeah, Brody puts out his hand and says, "Join me," and you grab it, and then you have the choice of either to let go or do nothing. And assuming you do nothing, you become part of the consciousness, and then
you dive into the water.
You're with everybody. If you do let go of him,
Everyone stands around a room, claps their hands, and says congratulations.
Yeah.
How long do you have to wait? Because it was a little period.
I
of time
waited
there.
for a little bit too, and I
Yeah.
just
You
said, no,
waited a
let
good
go.
5 seconds, and you're like,
and
nah.
it's like,
It probably like
that's my
like
prompt.
30
I do.
seconds.
Yeah. But you, if you reject it, you're like, no, Dad, I just want to go home. And then you wake up to Rob pulling you out of the water, and then roll credits.
Oh, Rob's your coworker
Yeah.
and
Yep.
diver that's there from time
Flash
to time.
definitely is into you.
Oh, he's way into
He's
you.
your buddy system guy.
Yep.
Um,
I like the diving belt. I
The
like
diving belt was
I think
cool.
those are cool.
Diving belts are scary.
I like them. Yeah, that's the scariest part of any of the base game or this game is you're underwater.
Max and I have listened to a lot of horror stories on
Yes.
diving accidents.
I-
So I think we were both
Why?
probably. It's a subgenre of YouTube
It's-
where it's
it's-
literally there are hundreds of hours of diving disaster stories you can just listen
Oof,
to.
it's just such a horrible way to die, and
Yeah.
it's just interesting to get in the minds of these people. It's like, you know what, death killing cave. Let's
Yeah.
go. Let's go underwater dive there
Yeah.
and check it out.
Super
And
Death
then,
Mega
wouldn't you
Cave of
believe it?
Despair. Oh, it's my favorite place, man. I can't wait to go back. Every cave diver's like that. Yeah.
And then wouldn't you believe
Unhinged.
it? Tragedy happens, and now we
All
have
the
a story to
fucking
talk
time.
about how
Yeah.
a simple mistake, but you're underwater, so any simple mistake just means instant death because
Yeah.
not only have to
Yeah.
worry about like oxygen and stuff, but like you also can't just go straight up. Otherwise, you get the bends and die.
Yeah. Nitrogen narcosis.
Yep, you can't do that in the DLC. If
I
you go
think-
too
yeah.
high, you will get the bends.
Yep.
I
was
think
good.
it's just interesting that that's like the one subgenre of like, I guess, like quote unquote like true crime, where it's
Yeah.
just like that kind of realistic, scary moment
Real life
that I
horror.
enjoy
Yeah.
listening to, either like caving or underwater
Ugh.
scuba caving.
No,
It's
those
fun to
scare
listen
me
to.
so much.
They do, but it's like interesting enough for me to want to keep listening. to more of
Drowning,
it.
claustrophobia, and fear of the dark all at once.
You know, it kind of also makes sense.
My main fears in
Yeah,
actual life:
exactly.
claustrophobia and underwater drowning and fear of
caves.
the dark.
Yeah, so Siren's Rest is really just more effective. What's the
Unfortunately, you can't play Siren's Rest and understand it really without having played the base game.
Nope.
Like,
Yeah.
it's like I would recommend Siren's Rest as a cute little experience if you could pay like $2 for it,
yeah?
$4 for it.
I think it's worth
Yeah.
the $12 I paid.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
says like 1 to 5 hours, but it's 1 hour.
Yeah.
Yeah,
1
Yeah.
hour.
Yeah.
Hour 15 maybe.
it took us about
You're
two.
Yeah.
You have lost your mind in its entirety if you take 5 hours to play this
You
DLC.
found a way to
Yeah.
disable
Yeah.
all of the yellow paint.
You modded it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't run with flares. You're just in the darkness.
Exactly.
turn left only playthrough.
I
Like
think
you just
should experience this game by watching someone play it
Yes.
on YouTube.
This is a
Yeah.
if this any of this sounded remotely interesting to you, just let's play it.
It's
Yeah.
not, but you should watch it instead
Yeah.
of play it.
Yeah.
Another thing, talking about the diving stuff.
Yeah.
It makes sense why Mahari is really risk taking.
Main character of the DLC.
Main character of the
yeah.
DC. Yeah, we didn't mention her name. Figured we should at least throw that out there. But it makes more sense why she's more willing to just take off her stuff, climb up. If you're now telling me that divers are just the most
Yeah.
unhinged
Yeah.
adrenaline junkies.
Funny thing though is that usually that's what you think is like adrenaline junkies, but when you're deep underwater with higher nitrogen level, messes with your blood, it's actually an extreme sense of calm.
Yeah.
That you get when you do underwater dive caving or whatever, because
You get really high.
Your
basically.
gases are all really funky when you're that deep, and so
And depending on the gas
creepy.
mix you use, because the lower you go, you have to use
More
a
nitrogen?
tri-gas mix. Yeah, so like you can't use
Just
just
or-
oxygen,
right.
or you have to have different ratios of stuff. And that's actually a lot of people who do deep diving. When they die, that's how they died. They had the wrong gas mix. So they get all the way down there and then basically just pass out without at any point ever realizing they were in danger. They
Yeah.
just go down, never come back.
take a nap and now you're done.
Yep.
Pretty spooky stuff.
That's spooky. Yeah,
wanna go
and I
diving?
think the
You can
DLC
also literally lose your mind. Like it's called nitrogen narcosis because you
Yeah.
become crazy. Like you lose your mind.
Yeah.
You start hallucinating. You hear things. You see things. Very scary stuff.
You know, if the game was just Siren's Rest and played
Yes.
with a lot of that more, better game.
there should be more diving horror games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not Subnautica. I'm not playing Subnautica. Nobody can make me play Subnautica.
Subnautica's fun. I like it, but I also like survival crafting games. So
yeah, nobody can make me play survival.
nothing
craft.
beats playing Subnautica for the first time and
Valheim.
jumping into the water and looking at the reef and being like, "Oh, I get to explore an alien reef."
Yeah.
It's really cool.
New critters.
You beat Valheim.
Oh my god.
You did in its
Oh, I
first
love
release
Valheim.
state.
I did, but that was what 4 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm a
it's
different
almost
person.
1.0 now.
I'm a different.
Valheim
no.
is almost 1.0.
They've been saying that since its release.
They're gonna 1.0 this year. They're gonna do it.
Should we get on to questions? Have we got anything else we want to
Let's
say
do it.
about
Let's
this game?
Close this thing out.
Questions.
Yeah. Sorry. Before we get to the questions, sorry if you like this game.
I'm not sorry, but I will say one other thing. You should play more games with your friends on the couch.
It's very.
You know what? Go back
That
to
was
high
a lot
school.
of fun.
Go back to high school and do that again.
As
have
fun
have a
as-
night. Have a slumber party with your friends.
Pick a game.
I
Pick a
love
game.
that,
Play it on
yeah.
the couch with your
Couch
friends.
co-op.
Very
we
good.
should do
Totally
that
worth
more.
it. The game
Yeah.
sucked. It was still totally a blast.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Imagine us playing this individually.
Oh my god. We all would have been so sad.
Yeah. Beansprout asks, what your favorite Star Wars quote moment?
No, she doesn't.
Beansprout asks, what is your favorite Star
She
Wars
also doesn't ask that.
quote/moment? It's implied.
Oh, yeah, and this is a question
The
we're supposed to
apostrophe
answer.
implies contraction.
Right, but you still say the contraction. You don't just uncontract it. That's
I can
rude.
do what I want.
I love
Anything
you.
from Star Wars.
I know.
Anything from books. Anything from comics. Anything from movies.
I love you. I know.
I love you, I know is pretty good. I like it when Padme's just like, I've been dying every day since you came back into my life in Attack of the Clones. It's my favorite because it's like, God damn, she's ready to die.
I like when Snice Noodles says, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh!
yeah.
Anytime you're talking to HK47, just
You gotta pick
Meat
one.
bags.
meatbag.
Yeah.
Meatbag.
Anytime he tells
That's
you,
your favorite
tells you
of
you're a
all time
meatbag.
Star Wars quote?
For sure.
I think so. I think just any time with just a really rude because there's no other
rude robots.
There was no really rude robots until him, and then they were like, okay, we can add rude robots to different spots.
I got two more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anakin, you're breaking my heart.
Yes, that's really
That
good.
is
It gets-
solid gold.
It's really
and
good.
and shortly after, and I say this all the time actually, you will try.
I love it.
You will try.
You will try
is one of my favorite movie quotes of all time.
I just remembered another one.
I say it to my students all the time.
There was at one point like a rip of the third Star Wars movie.
Are you thinking about the Chinese dub that
Yeah.
was retranslated via Google Translate?
Game time started.
Yes.
It's when he's in his ship in the beginning
Yeah.
of the movie,
Game
and
time started.
This is
Game
where
time
this is where the
started.
fun begins. Game time
Yeah,
started.
That's good.
This is where the fun begins. Is pretty good.
Yeah.
yeah,
That is a pretty good.
I like
Revenge of the Sith. Great
Yeah.
quotable movie.
Quotable
quite
movie.
honestly.
Now that's pod racing. Now this
Now
is
this
pod-
is that's a
pod
good
racing.
one. That's a really good one actually.
I do legitimately like Luke saying, "I'm a Jedi like my father before me," throwing down his lightsaber in front of Palpatine. It's just like, no, I'm not gonna strike him down. It fucking whips.
Yeah,
and then
that's
he gets shocked. then the next thing will shock you.
If you could have a Star Wars creature as a pet, which would it be?
This is a tough.
Can I say Snice Noodles?
No, that's a human.
noodles.
Also, you didn't give a real
Wookiee
quote.
life
I'm
jets for
realizing-
everyone.
Oh god, that's my favorite Star Wars quote. Oh, apathy is death is another good Star Wars quote. Legitimately, like the Kreia KOTOR 2 stuff. Apathy is death. You're saying as if you played KOTOR 2. Dale,
I like our pet Minok in Scum and Villainy.
Jets.
Jets.
I would have
A pet Minok would be cute.
What's the leapfrog thing from KOTOR?
Gizka.
I want a Gizka.
No, you don't.
Gizka. One Gizka becomes 20 Gizka very quickly.
Oh, well, how though? It's only one.
That's why they're fucked.
Yeah.
Oh,
they're like little
I
rabbits.
think they're like asexually reproducing
I'll
frogs.
take a couple of Gizka.
Yeah.
I like the tack on Kashyyyk.
Oh, yeah.
The monkeys that you can walk around and you can spam A on their
So they
little
backflips
guy,
forever?
and so the audio clips break and they go.
Yep.
I'm trying to. Man, do I just see? There's a part of me is like, how basic do
Ooh,
I
wait.
go?
Take it back, Kinrath. I think Kinrath is such a weird design.
Yeah.
A weird nose, hand appendage.
It's like one of those Spy Kids thumbs, but with a bunch of
Yes.
spider legs.
Yes. What a weird creature.
Oh, I could go basic, where like, oh, it'd be sick to have like a 9-foot dog. Give me a Loth wolf. I could also Rancor. Rancor would be a fun pet. Raise it from birth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rancors are cool.
If you were an inanimate object, what would you be and why?
Nope.
What? What's your favorite way to celebrate something?
Oh. What's your favorite way my favorite way to celebrate something is with a party.
I like to have a quiet night.
Parties are good. Get-togethers.
I don't like celebrating things.
If you were an inanimate object, what would you be and why? A rock, because rocks are nice.
I would love to be a piano, so people can just touch me all the time. Just play me. Pound my keys. stuff like that.
Computer turned on that I can move around and do things.
A Benjamin, someone was getting sucked.
A what? A Benjamin?
Benjamin. Hit the Benjamin?
Oh, a vape pen. I was like, a Benjamin?
Kendrick Lamar?
The lingo.
Kendrick Lamar.
Benjamin Franklin.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want me to read the next one?
Yeah, you go.
Do you like it when games give multiple possible endings? Do you think this game needs one? If so, what would it be?
I
game
don't
does not
like
need
it when games give me multiple endings. I like a narrative that is conclusionary.
I only like endings that different endings if they're all done simultaneously and as a split screen. So I want to see all 5 endings at once. That's what I want.
Okay, but honestly, I tend to not like games with multiple endings. Usually, it's rare for me to like them.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's one example in my mind that comes up that I do like that has multiple endings.
Mass Effect 3.
Fallout New Vegas. I think handles multiple endings.
That works out
That's
well.
a good multiple endings. Yeah, I have a feeling.
I think it's a good multiple ending.
I'm not
one,
there
actually.
yet, but I have a feeling I'm gonna like Rogue Trader's multiple endings.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like Still Wakes the Deep, Siren's Arrest, multiple endings.
Yeah.
Oh, that does have 2.
It does have 2.
I like it in the fact that like it can cement decisions I made previously on, but I don't like it in the fact that like, I want to go back and get all the other endings now.
Right.
I've never felt that. I've never wanted to go get other endings.
Yeah.
I guess I do like multiple endings when it's a visual novel. Because usually I have more time to write it.
If you were to make a horror game, what would the creature and what would it be? What would the creature be? What would be the creature and what would the plot be?
There you go, Dale. I think I would love to have like a fucked up chicken that's like chasing you on a farm.
SCP?
Of course.
There's a couple
there is.
SCP games that actually are horror games that you run away from large chickens.
Yeah.
It's not even large chicken, like a fucked up chicken.
Like
Like
they
the
have
thing
no feathers.
chicken.
The thing
Okay.
chicken.
They're kind of like that, but yeah, no.
The creature would be the greed of man, and the plot would be a crushing government job.
I think I'm mostly afraid of like humanoid things in horror games. I was not afraid of like any of these giant goopy guys because they're just goopy guys.
Yeah.
I
like the goopy guy that's slamming the washing machine lid closed and open,
That was
closed,
pretty
open.
funny.
Trout's was
a
funny.
little dog toy.
I something that's like I think that freaks me out is like things that have joints that shouldn't have joints in certain spots.
Oh, yeah.
So it can articulate at different angles.
Like a horse.
So like like a horse that could like maybe put its hooves together and like in a prayer or something and maybe sharp teeth or something.
Oh!
But no, just like some human that instead of just having elbows, like between their elbow and their hand, there's like three
another
more. There's
joint,
like 2 or 3
it's
more
like bending
joints.
in different ways.
Yeah,
contorting.
Like this. So just look at what
It's
I did.
running at you like that. Jazz handing its way down. it's a jazz choreographer who got mutated and transformed, and now they're fossing their way down the dark hallways towards you.
Yep, that would be the scariest game for me.
I get nightmares frequently where I'm being chased by giants, and I think that would be a really good. Like you gotta hide from big, huge monsters that are coming down on you. Like they can lift up the roof of the house. They can move the whole container you're hiding in. I think that would be interesting.
I can't remember
a big thing to hide.
There's
from.
a Japanese game series that's about that, where it's like kaiju stuff.
Yeah.
Like a lot of
Oh,
times.
yeah,
and
I've
you're
seen that one.
Right, and sometimes it's really silly because it's like, oh fuck, you're in an Ultraman fight. Take cover. Take cover. You're just a little guy. Run, run.
I think there is a horror game called Jotun too.
Jotun?
Where you just run away from a Jotun.
That's right.
Yep.
There you go. That's my game.
Giants. You don't like giants.
Scoopy.
Big Scoopy.
What is your favorite horror game?
Oh.
That's hard. I don't really like horror games. Alan Wake
Alan Wake?
was okay. I played that when it first came out a million years ago
you
for
gonna
the
play a second
Xbox
at some point?
360. Probably not.
I hear it's great.
It just didn't grip me. I was like, oh, okay.
Words have power.
I'm a writer.
Penumbra, very good. The Penumbra game series,
Oh yeah.
very good.
I forgot about that.
I'm trying to think of what horror. I guess I really do like Soma.
Soma,
Is
very
that my
good.
favorite horror game though?
Soma's by Penumbra
Or
guys.
is
I like
Resident Evil 1's my favorite horror game?
Yeah.
I like
there it is.
Soma's story. I'm not very afraid of the Soma game though. It wasn't very scary.
There's some
You just
spooky
run
moments
away
in the
from the
Metro
monster.
games.
Nitro games?
I wouldn't say they're
Yeah.
horror, but there are some spooky
There's like
moments.
jump scares. They put jump scares in there for
those
sure.
are okay.
There's a game called Visage.
Ooh.
It's pretty indie, and you're just in a haunted house, and a lot of it just has to deal with pitch black, like haunted house, like angles of hallways where it's super dark.
PT.
And it very much, but it forces you to like the only way forward is to walk into the pitch black. And so that confronting that fear of being like, there's no light, there's no flashlight to bright things up. You just have to walk through the dark, scary hallway.
There's a jump button. It's a good game.
Good game.
Yeah, this brings us to our next question, since Dale is making the revelation of not mentioning
We
this.
forgot.
Natan asks, it's already established that all good games have a jump button, and so therefore anything bad we said about, parentheses, this is me speaking, anything bad we said about Still Wakes the Deep doesn't apply, it has a jump button.
It does. Still wakes the deep. You can jump.
Therefore, does having a double jump button make the game twice as good?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so. I always like double jumps.
So why aren't we playing more platformers? If we have a philosophy as a podcast that we say,
Because I hate platformers. And if that hasn't been the reason, that's the reason now.
That's the reason.
I hate
Established.
platformers. I've never jumped from one tile to another and been like, yes, I did it.
All
Yay!
right.
Woo! Yeah.
you're just playing bad ones.
Okay.
No, platformers are great. I love platformers. Yeah, having a double, fucking Calcastus double jump he can. Like,
Pretty good.
pretty good. Who loves a double? Who doesn't love a double
The
jump?
doors have jiggle physics.
Oh, we forgot to mention the doors have
remember that.
jiggle physics.
And Still
That
Wakes
was
the
cracking
Deep,
us
yeah.
up.
And in the
Last
DLC, the camera has jiggle physics.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, one thing we didn't also mention that I like when we can take pictures of dead bodies.
Yeah.
And just as a documenting thing. It's just nice to have a little camera.
And the fucked up meat spiral.
And the fucked up meat spiral. Gotta love a fucked up meat spiral.
Hilver would like to know. Shout out to Hilver, longtime listener, first time caller.
Nope, that's not true.
That's not true. Is a 4-hour game a single sitting experience for you? Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
I could burn through a 4-hour game.
Depends.
What
on the
is
game.
the ideal length for a game you can play in a single sitting?
1.5 hours.
1.5. All right. I would say 4 to 6. I could do a 6-hour game. And
No.
I like
Absolutely not.
taking a Saturday. It's the weekend.
Yeah.
I wake up. I start this game. I play it. Have a little lunch. Looking at the screen, like pause screen while I'm eating my lunch.
Right.
Yep.
And then I finish the game and it's dinner time. And then I think about the game and go to bed.
6 hours would be a good maximum. 4 hours, I think, is a good one where it's like if you can have a full impact from start to finish, from 1 hour to 4 hour, 4 hours sounds really good for a good story.
Yeah.
I would agree.
A long movie.
Play Indica.
90 minutes. 90 minutes? Here's my argument. Sayonara Wild Hearts is about that long, and that's the perfect one-game sitting experience. Also, doing one thing for any amount of time is maddening, right?
ADD.
Unless it's something repetitive, then it's not maddening, right? Isn't that
ADD.
kind
Yeah,
of
unless I'm
Yeah.
grinding and number goes up, then it's good.
Right. I
I
can
like
do
number
that
go
for
up.
10 hours, but can I play a story for over 90 minutes? No, absolutely the fuck not. Why would I do that?
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Well, folks, that brings us to the deep end of Still Wakes the Deep End. And I would like to shout out Community Theater for being there for me when so many things also are. But
That's your plug. Just go see some community theater.
go support your local community theater.
Yeah.
They love you. They love it when you buy tickets. Really
They
helps
love
out.
attention.
They love attention. Really helps out some creative and inspiring folks.
Sometimes not. Sometimes
Sometimes
people with
it-
no talent whatsoever. But you know what? They
That's
have an outlet and they
Part
need
of the
it.
fun. They
Yep.
need it. They need it, and you need it too. You need the arts more than you know.
Yep. Just don't see bad things.
Well, you don't know until you see it, right?
Well, you know.
Roll the dice, baby.
Max, you got anything you want to shout out, plug, promote?
No, don't make bad games, please.
Stop
Please,
it.
I beg you.
Get some help.
Yeah,
Get some
only
help.
make good ones. And,
Or if you make a bad game, follow it up with a decent DLC.
or make it funny, or make it so bad I can laugh at it.
Yeah.
I couldn't really do that a whole lot with this
Okay,
one,
we
except
did-
for the language. I could make the.
We did laugh a lot.
Yeah, I
We
think
made each other laugh a lot.
being on the same couch and being like, let's inject some fun.
You know, got to do a last minute call out to Uncle over here, making people ill with his play.
Yeah, because you can
experience.
spin. There's a spin around button, and if you press it a lot, you can throw up.
Yeah.
In real life, not in the
real
game.
life.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would be sick if you do it too
You just
much and the
throw up.
character throws up like
Yeah.
Solid
Why
Snake
did I
style.
just do that?
Uncle, you got anything you want to shout out?
No.
You can follow me on Blue Sky at Faden Cross. Ask me questions there. You should also be watching this space, this area, this collective creative network, because a new podcast should be dropping next month. Stay tuned to learn all about that.
Oh.
But I will give a hint.
Yeah, this podcast is like a book club. The next one will be a book club.
Yeah, it will. What?
Yeah.
You can't do
What?
that.
I know, right? We're transforming the game out here.
Yeah.
Into a book.
Yeah.
What?
Speaking
Yeah.
of transformating. Transformating?
Yeah,
Transformating.
that's the word.
That's the word?
We're playing Transformer next month.
Yeah, we're playing Transformers next month.
Wait, it's
Follow
a different
Cybertron.
part of a circuit, not the Transformer. The Resistor.
No, sorry.
That's not
We're
the
gonna
resistor?
trans that resistor.
Oh,
the resistor.
capacitor.
We're playing capacitor.
Yep, that's
Logic
right.
gate.
Battery?
Battery resistor next month. Oh no, so we're playing Transistor, Supergiant Games next month.
Yeah.
Uncle,
Yeah, there's a pretty lady with a sword.
And a beautiful singing voice.
Yeah.
Uncle famously doesn't like JRPGs and picked this game, so that's just
It's not a JRPG.
just doesn't like when characters have big swords. It's just too unrealistic. It throws Uncle out.
We'll talk about that.
It's not like
Yeah.
it's not made of anything.
This is- yeah.
It's not a heavy sword. It's just a big sword.
It's a heavy sword. We'll get into it next.
The
month.
burden of wielding a sword is heavy.
Yeah, exactly. Every single sword is heavy because it requires a moral price.
We should play Hunt again. That game's good.
We should play Hunt
should
again.
play Hunt
It was
again.
great.
Bye.
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 Bye-bye.